this is the finished look. The eyes are super fun, purple smoky eye that you can totally wear to New Year's, and the lips are really easy and just simple. This is the whole face. I really hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe down below. Okay, so I'm starting off with my Professional Primer by Benefit. The reason to use a primer is to keep your makeup to stay on all day and all night. The reason that I like this Professional one is because it helps reduce the look of pores. So next I'm using my CoverGirl Clean Whipped Cream Foundation and my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush by Samantha Chapman. These two work super well together. The brush is super great for blending, and the foundation does actually feel like whipped cream. So they work really well together. I believe there are around 5 shades in this line. There might be more, but I love the foundation. I'm just blending this in all over my face, and I'm going to bring it down to my neck so I don't have any harsh lines. Next, I'm taking my Fit Me Concealer by Maybelline, and I'm using a salmon color concealer. And the reason I like to use a salmon color concealer under my eyes is to reduce the look of bags under your eyes. So I'm just blending this in again with my Expert Face Brush by Real Techniques. And just blending that in. Next, I'm going to be taking my CoverGirl. This is just a setting powder. It's pretty light, so it kind of works as a translucent powder. It doesn't really give you much coverage, but it sets on your makeup so your makeup stays and does not look oily. I'm just using a Sephora limited edition flat top brush and just mattifying it and under my eyes as well. For my blush, this is a pigment blush from Bare Minerals. I believe the color is Golden Gate, and I'm using another Real Technique brush by Samantha Chapman, and this is the blush brush. So this is a super pretty blush color, and it is rosy, and it looks very, very natural. So I'm just going to blend that in a little bit to make sure it is not harsh at all. Next, I'm using my MAC Strobe Cream. This works as a really dewy, natural looking highlighter, and I'm putting this on the high points of my cheekbones. I'm not going to use it for contouring or highlighting on my nose or anything, but just on my cheeks to give it a dewy effect and just blending that in some more. So we are done with the face, and we are going to move on to the eyes. That is the eye look, and I'm going to show you guys how to get it. So let's get started on the eyes. I'm using my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. This is just a matte white color, and the reason I like to start with this is to make sure that you have an easy blank canvas to start out with. I'm now using my Maybelline Color Tattoo in Too Cool. This is like a shimmery white color, and I'm putting this on the center of my lid to have my eyeshadow stick. So now I'm using this Bare Minerals eyeshadow. It's in the color Flash. It's like a really light shimmery purple. I'm putting this on my lid to get some shimmer. Next, I'm using an e.l.f. trio. I don't remember the name, but I'm using the lightest color, and this is just super light purple. Right there, and it's just going to be my lid color. I'm using my finger because I feel like when I use my finger I get more eyeshadow packed on. So we're just going to put that on. Now I'm coming in with my Naked 2 palette, and I'm using the brush that it comes with, and I'm using the color Tease. Tease is going to be my crease color. Tease is like a light grayish purple, and it is super great for this blending. This is the Smart Start to our Smoky Eye. I'm just using windshield wiper motions back and forth to get this look. Now I'm using my Naked 1 palette, and I'm using the color, I believe that is Toasted, and it's just like a light shimmery purplish pink color, and I'm putting this in like the outer half of my eye mostly. Since it is on the lighter side, I kind of brought it out a little bit more, and blending this in with the other side of the brush, and you can make it as thick as you want it to. I'm just using around 2 coats of it. Next, I'm using this dark purple shade from the Naked 1 palette, and I'm putting this in the outer third of my eye on top of the Toasted. And I'm just putting that on and blending it in. I like to use that because it makes an ombre effect of 3 colors on your lid. Next, I'm using this crease brush, and I do not recall the name, but it is just a normal pencil-y crease brush. Then I'm using the color Blackout. This might look a little weird, but I'm just tracing out where I want the smokiness to be, so right at my crease, and then right on the edge of my eye. So it looks a little weird, but I'm going to be taking this Sephora like fluffy brush and just blending it in. The reason I like to draw it out first is because if you put black eyeshadow directly on the brush, sometimes it can get a little too black and it can make you look like you have a black eye. So I just like to use a lighter hand. So we're actually almost done with this. Now we're going to be taking the flash again and putting that over our lid again, just in case there's any fallouts or anything. Next, we're going to be taking a clean makeup remover pad, and just because sometimes you can get some fallouts and sometimes it can get a little carried away, so you can use tape if you don't want to do that, but that's just really easy. You let it dry, and I'm just going to blend it out a little bit so there are no harsh lines. I'm using the color Tease from the Naked 2 palette just to blend that out really easily. So we are practically done with the eyeshadow. Now we're going to be taking just like an eyeliner brush and using the color Blackout on our lower lash line. For a super smoky black eyeliner. You can use any kind of eyeliner. I just use this one because it's super pigmented and easy to use. So I just put that on my lower lash line. And now we are going to be taking, actually not that crease brush, I messed that up. Next we are going to be taking that same brush with Blackout, and we are going to do an eyeliner. And this is kind of like a dramatic wing liner. You can use a pencil eyeliner. You can use a liquid eyeliner. I'm just using this one again because I think that it's easier to use a wing. I'm not very good at doing wings, but I ended up getting it. It's hard to make your wings on both eyes exactly the same, but it's kind of impossible, so I'm just blending that in. I'm not really bringing it down at all, just kind of having the wing. Now I'm taking that pencil brush and taking Blackout again on the outer third of my lower lash line. Now I'm coming with Busted, which is like a dark purpley color on the middle of my eye, and taking that highlight color, the shimmery highlighting color, in the inner corner of my eye. So we are practically done with the eyes. Now all we have to use is concealer, no, not concealer, mascara. This is just a white mascara to prime our eyelashes and make them super long. We're taking the white end and the black end of this L'Oreal Dual mascara and just doing some thick coats of mascara. You can use fake eyelashes, but I don't like fake eyelashes. So now we're moving on to the lips. This is Benetint, and I'm just putting a thick coat of this. This is just like a red lip stain, but you want to like let it dry kind of into your lips and soak in. You want to use a stain to make sure that it stays on all night so you don't have to keep reapplying your lipstick. Now I'm using a tiny bit of this plummy color from Benefit. This is called Breathless. It looks super, super dark, but you're just going to use a little bit of that just to blend that in. And then what I like to do, if you think that your lipstick could look too dark, you can kiss your hand a couple times to get that perfect. So now I'm using my MAC lip gloss in Floating Lotus and just putting some thick coats of that pink in and blending everything together. This is the